If you know 3,000 words in the English language, you can pretty much say everything you need to say. I'm teaching one word a day for 3,000 days. Please keep watching. Thin. So this person is thin. This person is fat. Thin and fat. Slim, skinny, uh, but if something is thin, a thin broth is not very hearty. So not hearty. Or not strong. So weak. Slim, skinny, not hearty or weak. This is a thin book. It's just like this, not thick. It's thin. Thin can be weak in a lot of connotations. Thin is usually, if we're talking about a person is thin, then then it's a positive. But when we say my patience is wearing thin, to wear thin means I'm getting tired. If something is becoming thin, it's getting worn out. She prefers to wear thin layers in the summer as they keep her cool while still providing some coverage from the sun. Thin layers. Here's two items. I have here this case is fairly thick. See that? And you see this mouse? This mouse is thin. Thick and thin. The thin ice on the pond made it dangerous for skating, so the children were warned to stay off until it thickened. He added a thin slice of lemon to his drink, enhancing its flavor with the refreshing citrus note. So all of these kinds of thins have to do with not a lot of stuff between the two outsides, that it's thin. Can you see my blouse here? My blouse is fairly thin. You can probably even see over here, you see where my t-shirt is up here, because the fabric is so thin you can almost see through it. It's thin fabric. After weeks of dieting, she noticed that her clothes felt thin around the waist, a sign that her efforts were paying off. The thin plot of the movie left many viewers feeling unsatisfied, as they expected more character development and depth. So, thin plot can mean a weak plot, unsatisfactory. Another word for thin can be unsatisfying. If something is thin, like if the soup is thin, it's unsatisfying. Some people really like thin soups. I prefer more hearty soups. But I know a thin soup is one that's a lot of water or looks like a lot of water. The thin plot of the movie, the weak plot. The opposite of thin is thick or fat, strong. Now, how you're going to use these opposites really has to do with the meaning of thin that you are referring to. For example, you would never say the opposite of a thin person is a strong person, that you're either thin or you're strong. You would never say that. But if the drink is, if the drink is thin, it doesn't have a lot of taste, maybe, then its opposite is strong. The noun of thin, thinness, thinning, thinning. The verb is to thin, thin the paint. A thinner is an item that makes paint be weaker. Notice that as I'm writing thin and thinner, I double this N. The reason I double the N is because we have a spelling rule. It's really a pronunciation rule in English. If I take, let's see, I have thin, Thin. This has just a consonant, one consonant after the vowel, and the word stops. Then this I says I. But if I put a vowel afterward, now it changes the word. This word says thine, and it is an English word. It means you in the familiar old English. So because I don't want to change this I to an I need to double this. I need to double that N, okay, so that it's not a vowel consonant vowel pattern. The vowel consonant vowel pattern changes this to say its name. Instead of saying thinner, it says thiner. We don't want that. So we have to double this N. The adjective of thin is thin, and thinly. A thinly veiled threat is I'm pretending to be nice, but it's thinly veiled. Oh, you don't want to do that. I'm warning you, it's a thinly veiled. I wouldn't do that if I were you. It's a thinly veiled threat. Hi, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and use this word 5 times today. If you have questions or comments, please put them below. I do look at those, and I am making new content all the time. So keep watching. Bye-bye.